Hello everyone, Shadow here with a review of the first-person shooter from EA called Medal of Honor. I found out about this website called extranormal.com, so I thought I would give it a try. So while for the past while, all we have been seeing on the first-person shooter market is Call of Duty, Halo and Battlefield. I love Battlefield Bad Company too, but I wanted to see what Medal of Honor had to offer. Medal of Honor used to be one of my favorite game series. Frontline was one of the coolest games I have ever played. But the following games started to lose its touch. Airborne was short and had a really crappy multiplayer. And then EA went quiet for a time. All of a sudden, the new Medal of Honor was announced and it was going to be based off the Iraq war that is still going on at the moment. This was a pretty big risk by EA to base a game off ongoing conflict. I played a multiplayer demo at PAX and I was fairly impressed with the gameplay, and the map design was fully meshed and looked pretty nice. The cover wasn't as destructible as I would have hoped, but it still gave me hope. Finally the game arrived. I always play single player first, so I thought I would give it a go before I went on to multiplayer. It was pretty horrible. Made in the Unreal Engine, there are more bugs and collision issues than I can count. You will be denied access to places you look like you should be able to go. You constantly will get stuck on invisible walls, or you will see your squad mates halfway into the ground. The graphics look good most of the time, but at times there are horrible texture faults and some of the objects look like they were worked on for 30 minutes. The story is quite dry at times, as well as the levels. They are not as fun to play as they are to watch. I liked the Ranger missions the most because they were fun to play and I found them believable. I didn't like the Tier 1 missions because it felt like I was following a script, and God forbid if I went off of it. The one good thing I can say without a doubt is the sound. The voice acting and the overall setting is solid due to awesome sound work. So in the end, the single player is just there as a tutorial, an aspect of gaming that is becoming annoyingly often. You can beat it in a couple of hours and then you won't play it again. The multiplayer on the other hand is quite fun. Built by DICE using the Battlefield engine, the graph size are very nice and there are no texture problems. It has 4 different modes with different objectives and markers. One is Battlefield Rush mode called Combat Mission, Team Deathmatch is Team Assault. Team King of the Hill is Sector Control, and finally Attack and Defend is Objective Raid. I like the multiplayer. It has good pace, a solid array of weapons and some good design aspects to most of the maps. Problem is some of the multiplayer mechanics are broken. Combat Mission can be unfair for the defense because they have a longer spawn time than the attackers and they spawn farther back while the attackers spawn on the scene with their other teammates. They could fix this with a simple update changing the spawn times so that isn't a problem. Some of the maps, however, are too tight as snipers will take advantage of this, and before you know it, you will spawn and then there will be 4 bullets in your head. Balancing the maps could have taken a bit more time, but it doesn't take away the fun. It is fast-paced action and I am always on edge during a match. So is this game worth a full purchase? I would say no. It is only worth the multiplayer, which is a $35 price tag, and the Battlefield 3 beta. The single player is boring and forgettable. The multiplayer is the main reason for getting this game. So in the end, I give this game 4 out of 7 stars. Hope you guys find this helpful. Shadow out.